Hello, this is Echoing Clock.
And Ripper95, aka Cool Guy 902, with take number 10 of
Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. Now,
Let's Play Jak and Daxter 1, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
this is my first Let's Play. And, you know, a lot of people make it look a lot easier than it really is. So,
Not sure if YouTube themselves hate us or if
just nature as a whole hates us.
just because nothing has gone right our way.
Yeah.
So we'll actually show you. Would you mind demonstrating? Press start for our viewers. Now go to load game. That's 79% file. That's where our current Let's Play was before turned out we had to scrap every video of it. You see that 9% file? That's further than where we're going to be.
So, you know what? Let's just start a new game. Let's just introduce the game. Let's get this Let's Play rolling. Hopefully this take, there's no problems. And if you are watching this, it means there has been no problems.
Yes. Now, the reason why we're redoing everything and not just a few videos is because YouTube hates us for the sheer fact of we can't upload a video if it's more than 10 minutes. So, we're sorry, but all of our episodes are going to be pretty short. We wanted to have a 30-minute starter special, but obviously because it will take us 3.5 days to upload one video, it's not going to work. Now, this is going to start off with a cutscene, and we're going to shut up for the remainder of the cutscene.
Yeah. You'll hear us back from us after the scene. We just like you, like the viewers, to be able to see how the game starts, like what the main plot is. And like we don't want to talk through the scene because it's a very important scene. It explains exactly what's happening later in the game.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna override my other file and like erase all the failure I've done so far, and I'll let you guys enjoy the scene.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness Eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Green Eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts in Eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Ow! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Ah! Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
And we're back from the unskippable cutscenes of this game. One thing I'd complain about this game is that none of the
This
cutscenes are
device is a
skippable.
communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
Alright, so first things first, the controls. X is jump. You can press X twice to double jump. Square is punch. Circle is a spin. You can punch then jump to do that. You can jump spin.
It was only used to 20. And let's break that box. Get
You
interrupted.
can crouch, dodge roll, jump, dodge, crouch, get a higher jump. You can spin at the top of a jump, get a higher jump. Break crates, punches. It's kind of self-explanatory.
Now let's get interrupted by Kira again.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Now, fun fact is that in Precursor written on these orbs is actually Naughty Dog if you were to translate it. And another thing is, after Jak X Combat Racing came out, the fourth game in the series, which also sank the series, an independent game developer decided that they were going to try their hands at a Jak and Daxter game and didn't know that and left it in. So even in a game that isn't made by Naughty Dog, the orb still says Naughty Dog.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grab Zoomer.
Another cool thing that people might not know is that with the character that they saw at the beginning on Misty Island, the kind of pale dude that was floating with his girlfriend there, telling the lurkers what to do, he's actually voiced by Dee Snider, the singer of Twisted Sister.
Well, it's a trivia that I don't think many people would have known.
Well, I didn't know, and I've had this game for 11 years now.
You found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
As you see, yeah, you jump and press the X button to do a ground smash. I didn't think I explained that. And that's how you break these boxes. Like, you can't just punch that.
That'd be fun if you actually gave yourself a little damage by doing that. Or like, when you're supposed to be smashed, because it looks like you're just whapping your head against it.
Yeah. The last one always has a power cell. Now, the power cells are pretty essential for, like, moving through the game. It doesn't really matter how many you could collect more than what you need.
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll
We
bet
can see
if you
that.
collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
So this stuff is Blue Eco. I don't want to explain it too much because it will be explained in just a second by the Samos of Green Stage.
But we hate the passion on this.
Notice how each blue eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power. That's blue
Or you can
eco,
make us waste
which
it.
contains the energy of motion. Blue eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
I actually think that was out of sequence because you're supposed to do that whole scene that he's up close before he says the first thing that he does. So I just broke the game.
Now there's a lot of secret places in this game for some people to know, but there can
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
be. No Iku.
And
Stop!
and that's what happens when you sort of jump off the edge. It's surrounded in water entirely. There's no, you're on an island, so
Guys, a rock.
Geyser Rock is the giant island.
Oh hey, we're pretty close to Misty Island. We could
Head over
probably
there.
swim there.
That's
Let's
Misty
try swimming
Island.
there.
Swimming there?
Yeah, let's try swimming there.
What if there's a shark in the water?
What shark? There's no shark. See, there's rocks here. We can just bounce on the rocks over there.
Oh. There is a shark in the water. That, my friends, is the lurker shark. It will kill you if you go too deep into the water, like somewhere where you're not
Anywhere in
supposed
the game.
to. And it doesn't matter where you are. If there's water and you can swim out too far, it'll eat you.
That actually leads into another thing that this game is actually a world record holder for, is that it is the first seamless 3D game. If it wasn't for that shark, you could feasibly swim right up to that island, couldn't you?
Yeah, I would have been able to if it wasn't for that shark. I mean, in fact, if I had the right type of like power force channeling through my body, like a different type of ego per se, I probably would have just been able to fend that off instead of like just letting it eat me. So, actually, we're gonna call that the episode. Then, next episode, episode 2, we're gonna explain this door a little bit more,
And that thing over there.
and this thing over here.
Don't get on those.
Yeah. So, this has been Echoing Clock.
And Ripper95, aka Cool Guy 902.
See you next time.